Hi guys! In the last video we saw the character ideation process and now we are going to see the beauty project of the character. As I said before, personality and lifestyle will play a key role in the character's appearance. After you finish the character ideation, you will have many resources to start this step. If you don't know how to define a character personality and story, go back to my previous video. I also made a character design template to help you in this process. You can download it for free. Chapter 1: Briefing. In my opinion, the easiest way to start any briefing is to ask important questions and define some keywords that embrace the concept. So let's remember what questions to ask and what keywords we have defined previously. So the questions are: what's the character personality? What's the character lifestyle? How much is self-expression important to the character? How much money the character has/do. The personality is the core of the project since it's going to impact directly on aesthetic choices and preferences. It also reflects on how the character deals with the idea of beauty in daily life. The lifestyle likewise will shape many, maybe most, decisions the character is going to make. If the character, for example, has a busy and tiring routine, some fashion and beauty style decisions will not make sense nor be sustainable in the long term. The keywords. Keywords are a powerful way to build concepts and absolutely anything you want. An entire word can live under a single word, and you can explore this using multiple techniques like brainstorming and mind mapping. After writing a little text about the character, you can pick the most significant words and develop some key concepts about it. So my main goal is to find some interesting ideas for haircut and makeup style. Chapter 2: Research. Firstly, define where you will search for inspirations and references. It can be digital or traditional media. I think in this digital era, we may have lost the habit of searching for things in books, magazines and catalogs, especially the visual things. But this physical media still offers amazing inspiration and sensorial experiences. In the case of digital resources, I like to go to Pinterest and explore beautiful pictures. I just threw the keywords on the search bar and also look for ideas on my already existing boards. I find it easier to create a board right here on Pinterest, but you can also just save the pictures you like and create a board elsewhere. It's interesting to pick up not only beauty-based pictures, but also other kinds of images that can help you to build the aesthetic you are looking for. Color, texture, nature elements, lifestyle pictures, fantasy world. There's no restriction to your imagination. Since I already have a face structure for this character, I looked for women that have similar face features and just take notice of which type of makeup and hairstyle they use. Then I tried to match with my keywords. Chapter 3: Moodboard. In this step, you will narrow down your previous choices. Choose no more than 3 options of makeup and hairstyle and evaluate which of them suits best the character profile. After choosing pictures you love, it's time to put them together on a mood board. The mood board will become the ultimate guide to your journey to build the aesthetic you are looking for. But in any way, it means the mood board has to be static and unchangeable. It's quite the contrary. You can change it whenever you feel necessary. That's the flexibility and dynamism I love in this type of tool. I also recommend creating a physical mood board, so you will be able to check it anytime you need to remember something or explore details. Chapter 4: Building the Aesthetic. In this phase of the project, you will turn the aesthetic choices into something concrete, tangible, and even touchable. To do that, you need to be coherent and cohesive in your choices. That means you need to make choices very consciously in the beginning to make it effortless later. The aesthetic is something that has to always emerge naturally and be able to convince it's authentic. To get there, you have to select an harmonic color palette and pick up elements, shapes, and textures that complement and blend each other. It's also essential to match the aesthetic you are trying to build with the techniques and materials you will use in your project. It's because some artistic choices always impact virtually on how things look. So, if you are looking for a kind of messy aesthetic, using sharp and precise art goods and tools for the whole project will be counterintuitive, right? Then, knowing good all the materials and tools you are going to use and also knowing how to balance them is the key. For my character project, I think straight black hair with bangs will go into suit perfectly. This one will give her the confidence, mystery, and at the same time, the practicality she carries. For makeup, both eyes and lips will be quite bold, but keeping balance to not look overdone. Nails will be simple but still interesting. For this character, I won't include tattoos, but some ear piercings. Chapter 5: Choosing Techniques. So now you know exactly what you want to do. Then it's time to choose the best crafted techniques to suit your project. This step is very important. It can make or break your entire project. It has to fit not only the looks you are pursuing, but also your craft abilities and materials you have at your disposal. Find techniques you can replicate and are comfortable with. Try on a couple of times on old or cheaper dolls. Use these tests to correct and adjust what you see in pictures and what is impossible to do with the doll. Consider the doll material before choosing techniques or art goods. Resin dolls require a project a little different than vinyl dolls, for example. Some artists like to draw doll faces, others prefer painting them. The wig wefts can be assembled using glue, lacing technique, or just be sewed at the wig cap. The nails can be painted or only glossed with varnish. Likewise, you can make miniature false nails. For Dara, I will make a glued wig, try some simple designs for her nails, and also make some fake nails to vary looks, since I don't have extra hands to change for now. Chapter 6: Choosing Materials. The first tip is to find materials that you have some familiarity with. And again, consider the doll material. Consider your ability to manipulate and manage them. Also, consider the durability and grip on the surface you will apply these goods. Some common makeup art goods are soft pastels for blushing and shadowing, watercolor pencils to draw details, acrylic paint to paint in details, matte varnish for seal, protection and grip, gloss varnish for glossy effect details, polymer clay to make eyes and extra body parts. For wigs, the most common fibers used by artists and dog collectors are mohair, alpaca and synthetic hair. Mohair and alpaca are soft and thin, so they are perfectly especially for tinier dolls. They provide a more natural look and they are very flexible. You can dye and do a lot of stuff with them. The synthetic hair is a lot cheaper than the natural fibers and has pros and cons. Although there are some restrictions to work with them, they still pretty good options you can consider. Just not forget that in order to stylize the hair properly, you have to choose heat-proof synthetic hair. Since my doll has a tiny, delicate head, I opted for mohair fiber. It is a good quality finished one that is ready to use. No need for a previous preparation. For the makeup, I choose to work with soft pastels, watercolor pencils, acrylic paint and some shimmering powder. To seal and build layers, I am going to use matte varnish. Chapter 7: The Crafting. So, you finally get there. It's time to get the hands dirty. You already choose the best art and craft techniques and goods. The next step is to plan everything you are going to do in sequence. Make a list of everything you are going to use. Check what you already have. Take a look at things you can reuse or resignify for your project. If necessary, make some tests before starting work 1 on the final version. Plan in advance what materials or techniques will need previous preparation, so your project will not be delayed or take more than necessary to be finished. If you find something is not going to work or seems just off, don't be afraid to go back to the research step and change what's necessary. That's the importance of good planning, being able to know exactly what to adjust or correct in your project and where to go when things seem don't set. In the next video, I will show step by step the crafting process, so stay tuned. Tell me in the comments what part of the crafting you are the most excited about. See you soon. Bye bye.